Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. It's Wednesday, the 13th, April 13th, 2022, and I got a bunch of messages and comments to address the Chris Lynn eBay suspension situation, and I didn't really want to, I'm going to be honest, but so many of you guys commented and reached out and asked me what I thought, so I figured I would go ahead and at least make a few comments about it. I just want to preface the video by saying this is all my opinion. This is all based on what I know, based on my experience, my past experience with eBay and policies. I don't know anything beyond what you guys know from the video that Chris put up. I'm not sitting at his house. I'm not sitting at eBay headquarters, so I can't speak on all of that 100%, right? So if you're living under a rock, you don't know who Chris Lynn is. He used to be known as 10K on the Bay about 5 years ago. He more recently rebranded his channel to Daily Refinement. You can find him on YouTube. He has like 116,000 subscribers, close to me. You find him on Instagram and all the other platforms, of course. He's an eBay seller, YouTuber, the whole 9 yards. I used to make videos with Chris a long time ago. You might have remembered with Prof Sales with Jason and Luke from his channel, so we did some videos together, and then we've also hung out in Vegas at eBay Open, so I know Chris pretty well. I've known him for a lot of years. We haven't done anything, recently, but I do keep up with, what people are doing, and he's been doing a really good job on eBay lately and helping people. So yesterday he posted a video on YouTube. If you missed it, go check it out, that he was suspended off of eBay permanently with no chance of appeal. And so that's pretty big news because Chris, he has 2 eBay stores, as far as I understand. One of them he sells the normal items that you guys out there, you and I and anyone else would sell. Thrifted items, maybe buying people's collections of clothes or whatever and selling them, $15, $20, $30 items, $40 items. And so that store, did significant sales. Don't get me wrong. Big sales, hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales since last year. I think the number was 700,000 and a really good store. But he also had another part of the operation that he was selling sneakers, tennis shoes, Dunks, Jordans, higher end stuff, things that were not just hundreds of dollars, but thousands of dollars. In fact, I think a few of his pairs were like prototypes or rare ones that there were one of, and they would sell them for $25,000 or more, right? So these are big ticket items on the other store, and he did somebody help me here, $1.2 million in sales. And he sold a lot of those last year when eBay had 0 selling fees, and he put a lot of them or all of them through the authentication program. Now, eBay suspended him, and the reason they suspended him is because he could not produce invoices to show the proof, the chain of custody of where he obtained these shoes, these high-end sneakers. And that is actually normal. So if you are somebody who's just selling a little bit of stuff, like thrifted goods, this, that, eBay's not going to mess with you, right? Like, so nobody should panic and go crazy. If you all of a sudden start selling 10 brand new 80-inch, $10,000 TVs overnight, it's going to throw up a red flag, and eBay's going to immediately go, whoa. And that makes sense. Like, everybody watching this video can agree, like, it's suddenly a red flag. Like, okay, you're a guy that sells, $10,000 or $5,000 a month worth of clothes and some shoes, and all of a sudden you're selling $10,000 items. Well, that's not normal, and they just want to check, like, hey, where did you get these items? What did they, where did they originate from? Do you have a proof of invoice or receipt, or what do you have to show us, right? So essentially that's what happened with Chris. So Chris starts selling these high dollar shoes, and he went on for quite a while. I mean, obviously this went on since last year, but he started selling shoes at a high rate, as quickly, quicker than what eBay would have expected, and it red flagged his account, and then they asked him for receipts and invoices, which he did not have. Now, the obvious questions here, I agree with eBay's system on this, like checking on people, absolutely, especially with what happened out in California. Chris lives in California. There were a bunch of smash and grabs, a whole lot of stolen property, got fenced, got stolen, sold through a bunch of different channels, and I'm sure some of it, ended up on online platforms. Is that what Chris did? No, I don't believe that at all. These shoes were not the shoes that were being stolen out of those stores. They were taken, Louis bags and Gucci bags, and there were some shoes stolen from the Foot Lockers, normal shoes you would see inside the store when you go shopping, not the stuff that Chris had, not most of it anyway. So No, I don't believe that that's what happened in this situation. But as a platform, eBay has to be sure of where the merchandise originated from in the event of a red flag and a huge flow of merchandise and transactions. So Chris said that he bought this merchandise from friends or people that were referred to him and had collections and things of that nature. So he said he didn't have invoices or receipts, which is weird to me, because even if my friend, let's say one of my neighbors across the pond, was like, "Hey Casey, I have 50 pairs of these super rare shoes. They're worth $1,000 a pop. They're worth 50 grand. I'll give them to you for $20,000. Do you want to buy them?" And I'm like, "Hey, yeah, I'll take them." It may be my friend, it may be my neighbor, it could be my brother, my sister, my cousin. I'm gonna do. He said he paid him on Zelle or paid him with a check. I am going to get an invoice or a receipt, even from a family or friend, for that kind of money. If I'm just doing one little thing like, "Hey, give me $50 for my bag of clothes," maybe I'll just write a little, reminder for myself in the spreadsheet to put it in the accounting program. But when it's a major purchase like that, I'm going to absolutely invoice and receipt that. So the thing about it is him not having, and this wasn't just one purchase. And he said he didn't make a lot on the 1.2 or 1.4 million. I don't know what percentage. Let's just say that he made 20%, right? He made $240,000. And that means he paid hundreds of thousands of dollars via Zelle and via checks to people that he did not invoice and get receipts from. So this is the side, I didn't make this video to bash Chris or make assumptions, but that's a really bad way to do business. You've got to have proof, chain of custody of where this stuff came from. And if it was just individuals who didn't own a business, that's okay. You still need to have this proof. And that's not just for the eBay sake of it. I mean, Amazon does the same thing, but also for your tax records. In the event that the IRS was to audit Chris and say, "Hey, you spent 800 grand on shoes last year," he's going to have to say, "Okay, yeah, prove it. Here's my receipts and my invoices." Now, I tell all you guys, if you go to yard sales and garage sales, you can get a little invoice book, and you go to garage sale, you spend $30, you can write down the neighborhood or the address of the person, and you can write what you bought, and you can write how much you paid in cash. And if you went to the ATM that morning and withdrew $300 cash, it would help you to prove it as well. Chris could have done receipts like that and had people sign up for the IRS for tax purposes. For huge amounts of money, they may dig into that a little deeper, and so you would need more than that. And so it is my recommendation, if you are buying anything and you're keeping the invoice book, if you're paying any significant amount of money, pay people with PayPal or Zelle or Venmo if you can, and you have a electronic record. But if they only want to take cash and they don't want to go that route, then you need a withdrawal slip from the bank where you go take the cash out, or you need take their driver's license, take a receipt. If you're just buying from the yard sale and they want to do that, at least handwrite that receipt and write down the address. And it has to make sense for the IRS, obviously. But for eBay, if you're going to be doing that sort of volume, you need official receipt invoices. You need to actually invoice people that you're buying from. Otherwise, you could be shut down. Now, eBay's not going to go around and shut down every single person who's thrifting. You guys are just doing a couple thousand in sales. Even if you did 10 or 15 or 20 grand in sales, it's not a big deal, right? Keep your receipts, have your proof in the event that they ask. But somebody who was doing $1.2 million, $1.4 million in sales had to know that this was coming. You have to know that eBay's going to go, "Hey, all of a sudden you're doing $1 million in sales, and we need to know where this merchandise came from." I don't think anybody's accusing Chris of stealing it. I don't think anybody's accusing Chris of buying stolen merchandise. I don't think any of us are saying that what he was doing was wrong. What we're saying is that he went about it wrong, and eBay, for that reason, shut him down permanently. And there really is no appeal once they do that. Now, I know a lot of people said, "Chris, don't you know people at eBay? Casey, don't you know people at eBay?" Well, yeah, we know people at eBay, but they have rules for a reason. We don't get treated any differently. We don't get treated special, especially when rules like that are violated or are not, held to a standard. Then anybody could get away with it, right? So they can't do that. They're not going to step foot into a sticky situation and treat somebody special and say, "Okay, well, you can sell whatever you want," and not prove where we got it. And that could also open them up to legal liabilities, because what if even Chris didn't know a bunch of the stuff was stolen, right? Let's just say hypothetically it was a bunch of stolen stuff, and months and months and months down the road, somebody is on eBay and is buying up some stuff that was stolen, right? And it was their stuff. And they found it on eBay like, hey, those are our shoes stolen out of our store. And they contact eBay and they're like, hey, one of your big sellers is selling our stolen stuff. There's only one in existence, and here it is. It's on his eBay store. And then all of a sudden, oops, eBay allowed, a seller to hang around that was selling stolen goods because they couldn't prove where it came from, right? So that's why they do it. Again, not what I'm saying, what Chris did or anything like that. I'm just saying that that's why they have the rules. So yeah, that's what happened. Don't panic. None of you should be worried about this. I know a lot of you are angry at eBay for doing it and getting rid of him, but look, he's got to take part of the responsibility as well. And I'm sure if he was sitting here next to me, he would completely agree. In fact, he did in the video where he said, he knew that he went too big too fast and didn't have the paperwork to back it up, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's unfortunate, but they do have these policies. He cannot create a new account. All of his accounts are linked. They're all suspended. If he tries to circumvent it, creating an account in somebody else's name, that's strictly against eBay's policy. If you create a new account, you just can't do it unless they reinstate an account, and then obviously it'd be good. He may continue to try. They may change their mind. I doubt it. Once it's done, it's usually done. So with that said, I won't add too much more to it. eBay's got their policies and reasons for everything, and they have a reason for their reasons. So I wish Chris the best. I hope he does something positive with it. Opening his own platform is not it takes tens of millions of dollars, but he could sell on Shopify. He could use Whatnot. He can use brick and mortar store. Maybe he opens his own website. There's lots of things that he could do. But it's hard. It's hard without eBay, and they know it. So that's why they have their rules. Okay, enjoy the video, guys. Big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Go check out Chris's video, Daily Refinement. He's got like 116,000 subs. I'm sure that his YouTube income is important, and it will definitely be helping him during this slow time without eBay. So, Chris, wish you the best if you're watching this video. Sorry it happened, dude. eBay's kind of got the rules and policies they have for a reason, and I hope that whatever you do next doesn't end up with the same result, because it's unfortunate, and I know it helps you support your family and your life and your baby and your wife. So hopefully you get back on your feet, and we'll probably be talking sooner or later. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.